When I go out, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man that goes along with you. And when I come home, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who's coming home to me. And when I'm dreaming, well, I know
What happened?
I'm gonna dream about the time when I'm with you. But I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles, to fall down at your door when I'm working. Yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who's working hard for you. And when the money comes in for the work I do, I'll pass along every cent of it to you. And when I'm lonely, well.
Welcome, family, friends, and loved ones. We are gathered here today to witness the commitment and promise that Suzana, and Chris are making. We are all here to support this commitment of love and to share the joy of Suzana and Chris as they choose to spend their lives together. This union represents your commitment to not only support one another as individuals, but to share your hopes, sorrows, and joys as one. Today, you will both gain a partner who will be your ultimate confidant, defender, and motivator. Now, Suzana and Chris met almost 2 years ago to the day. During their first conversation, there was an instant spark as they both spoke lovingly of their children. And they immediately recognized that they shared this life-guiding value with each other. I certainly have no doubt of their loyalty and love for one another. During the course of my 32-year friendship with Chris, I have witnessed his unwavering commitment, his resolute loyalty, and absolute zeal for his part in our friendship. I am proud and honored to call him my best friend. Suzana, I'm happy that you are marrying such a wonderful man, and that you will be able to experience what commitment from Chris feels like. And Chris, Suzana's best friend wants you to know that Suzana always puts those she cares about before herself. And when she loves unconditionally. I'd like to offer a few closing words of wisdom, if I may. Happiness in marriage is not something that just happens. Good marriage must be created. It's recognizing in marriage that the little things are the big things. It's never being too old to hold hands. It's remembering to say, I love you, at least once a day. It's never going to sleep angry. It is at no time taking the other for granted. The courtship should not end with the honeymoon. It should continue throughout the years. It is standing together, facing the world. It is doing things for each other, not in the attitude of duty or sacrifice, but in the spirit of joy. It is speaking the words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It is not looking for perfection in each other. It is having the capacity to forgive and to forget. It is establishing a relationship in which the independence is equal, dependence is mutual, and that the obligation is reciprocal. And it is not only marrying the right partner, it is being the right partner. And now, the couple has prepared their vows and would like to share them now.
I choose you. I'm telling you. I'll always choose you over and over and over again. It will always be you. You make me so happy. No one makes me laugh the way you do. No one fills my heart the way you do. You are a gift to me from God that I thank him for every day. I never aspired to have what we have because I really thought it was impossible. You have changed my whole outlook on love and life. I look forward to growing old with you and starting our adventure together as husband and wife. I close my eyes and I see us playing cards on the couch or sitting in the backyard listening to music, laughing, and just talking about all sorts of things. I am so thankful that you've come into my life and my children's life. I'm so thankful that we are able to give all of our children an example of what a healthy, loving, and respectful relationship is. You make me want to be a better person every day. I love you more than I thought was ever possible. I vow to always make communication, love, and respect a priority in our marriage. I vow to always put you at the head of the table in our family. I vow to turn to you before others for advice and to always work on ensuring our friendship and love grows. Through the years, you are my best friend, my love, and the most amazing man I've ever met. I vow to love you as long as you'll love me. Forever and ever, my heart will belong to you.
And Chris?
I don't know how I follow that, but everybody sit still here because it's going to take a little while here. Suzana, it took me a half century to find you, and I'll never let you go. You're my person, and I'm your person. I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. And before I get started, I just want to say that you're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. You are such an incredible person. I could keep us here all day, listing all the reasons why I love you. But in the interest of time, I'll just hit a few highlights. You're loving and family-oriented. As Jason mentioned from our first date, when I was trying to act cool and witty to keep your interest, it was clear to me that you love your children and your family the way I love mine. You can't fake that. You're genuine and kind. You know how to be honest without being cruel. You know what's important in life and what's not. You're smart and driven. Pursuing and completing your studies for your BSN and RN license while working full-time and raising 3 amazing children. As a nurse, you've answered a most honorable call that allows you to help people in need. The same calling my mom spent her life devoted to as well. And when the hard work is done, you always know how to unwind and have fun. I have so much fun with you. So the vows, let's get to the vows. What's in it for her, right? I promise to put you first in my life, always. I know how important that is and how deserving you are of that. I promise we'll travel. There will be lots of time spent outdoors and in the mountains, which I know you love. There's only 6 more pages, we're okay. I promise to keep opening your door and pulling your chair out until you forget that you ever did those things yourself. Not because you can't do them, but because it's my honor and privilege to get to show you that respect every chance I get. I promise to keep my 458-day Duolingo Spanish language streak going until you decide I'm fluent in Spanish. I have a ways to go, but I'll step it up. I'm keeping it going. I promise we'll go on that mission trip you've always talked about. I know helping people is in your DNA, and we'll make that happen. I promise we'll both get really good at golf and hustle the other senior couples out of their lunch money when we retire. I promise to continue being half of one of the most prolific napping couples in history. You are a heck of a napper. Finally, I promise that whenever asked, Whenever asked, I will continue to tell people that you never snore. And that if you ever do, it's very quiet and super cute. Well, one last thing. Many of you don't know this, but Suzana and I met in the most romantic of all possible ways, on Tinder. For those of you who haven't been on the dating scene in a while, Tinder gets a bad rap. It's not really the crazy dating app you might hear stories about. It is also just a way for people to meet, and that's what we did. The reason I bring this up is I was actually Suzana's second Tinder date. On occasion, only when necessary, Suzana will remind me that the other guy, Nick Parks, had a lot of great qualities too.
Oh my God.
Sometimes I need reminding. He had a lot of great qualities too, and he's younger than I am. And like me, he also has a Jeep. I know this because one time I foolishly said, "Yeah, but does Nick Parks have a Jeep?" She said, "In fact, he does." So for the record, it was one lunch date. She never even held his hand. I'm just saying. So once I got past the thought and fear that perhaps Suzana thought Tinder was a way to buy a Jeep, and got past that, and what really came to me is that I realized that she chose me. I'd hit the lottery. You're the most amazing woman I've ever met. I found my person, and what's all of it got to do with wedding vows? I promise I'll work hard every day to make you never wish you'd met Nick Parks instead of me.
Suzana, do you take Chris to be your husband? Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect him, forsaking all others and holding only unto him? Chris, do you take Suzana to be your wife?
I do.
Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect her, forsaking all others and holding only unto her?
I do.
Suzana and Chris will now exchange rings as a symbol of the promises they've made here today and of their ongoing commitment to each other. Don? Chris, please repeat after me. Suzana, I give you this ring
Suzana, I give you this ring
as a reminder
as a reminder
that I will love and honor you.
that I will love and honor you.
Please wear it as a daily sign
Please wear it as a daily sign
of my commitment to you.
of my commitment to you.
Don? Suzana, please repeat after me. Chris, I give you this ring
Chris, I give you this ring
as a reminder
as a reminder
that I will love and honor you.
that I will love and honor you.
Please wear it as a daily sign
Please wear it as a daily sign
of my commitment to you.
of my commitment to you.
By the power vested in me, I now pronounce you man and wife. Chris, you may kiss your bride. The couple will now be taking photos